Welcome to Mystic Moons. I hope everyone is feeling fine, doing well, getting ready to end the new year on a positive note, the old year on a positive note, and start the new year on a positive note. In other words, we're all like feeling good, feeling well. We understand the situations and we're going to deal with them, right? So today, let's take a trip. Let's take a trip into the future. So sit back and let's just relax. Take a deep breath. And to all my subscribers, thank you very much for joining. And for those who are just tuning in, welcome. We're going to take a political trip. We're going to go and try to figure out just what's going to be happening 2025 to the good old USA. Now, we know we're in a quagmire of BS and real shite. So we're ending this note in a rather complicated manner. Ending this year, 2024. I mean, we have things in the sky. We have booms underground in the sky. We have weapons being ushered all over the enough places. Europe, Asia, Africa, and elsewhere. The world is setting itself up to be you're on my side or their side. And for all of us who want peace, we have a lot of work to do. We had a lot of work to do. Because peace is the only way we thrive. Together we go crazy, we disintegrate, we end. And maybe for some features, that might be the objective. But let's try and stick around this planet, Earthlings, a little, as long as we can. I think that's a good idea, don't you? So, let's see now. We have, now the most recent war we have is now with Lebanon. And we've been shipping weapons. Not only shipping weapons, we are actually bombing because we seem to have nothing else to do. Forget about Philadelphia, New York City, Chicago, LA, all the people that need this, and that. And we're just supposed to have a Merry Christmas while we're giving Christmas bombs to other people and other situations. We're giving them destruction and we're supposed to buy Xbox. Somehow, how can you sit down and eat well when you know other people don't have any food or water, clean food or water? And how long can we be free from this crap, right? How long are we going to escape the feeling of what we're doing? It's not good. And we know it's not good. But let's see. Is the United States going to turn into a police state? A police state, right? Supposedly, Trump is coming in on the 20th of 2025, and he is going to use the military to round up the illegals, the criminal illegals and their families, or just all illegals and the families. That's not exactly clear yet, exactly whom or who he is actually rounding up. So, but now if we have this war in Lebanon, we have this war in Ukraine, we have something going on in Taiwan, I'm missing some other places, I'm sure I am. And we have all these 1,000 plus bases that are on guard, on cue, and then we have these strange things in the sky up and down the East Coast and West Coast, which they've always been there, but now they're just like, hey, look at me. Now, what are we going to do? What is our objective? Now, how could Trump use the military to round up illegals? I don't know. I mean, let's see now. How can he use? Let's see. Is he going to? I mean, it seems to me you would have a civil force, or you would have the police getting extra powers. So let's see now. Let's take a few cards here and see. move this a little bit. Now, Mystic Moons, what do you see? What do you see? I see this card. I see this card. Oops. Did I? Light. I wanted. This is a black light. Trying to get it right. All right. This card. That's one. And let's see now. Where's the second card? Let's see. The second card. I don't know this one. Is the United States scheduled to become a police state? Gee, from democracy, freedom, everything else. Now we have something else. Something else. Okay, we have these 4 cards. And let's see, we have 4 cards. This one, 5. Let's see what these 5 cards say. All right? Okay, the first card we have is, we have the old famous ego card. We have the 4 of Pentacles. Well, that doesn't sound like the round table approach, does it? It seems like there's boss. Me boss, you do what I say. So that's kind of self-explanatory right there. Me boss, you do what I say. Let me move this candle over a little bit, this little one. Put it over here. I'm going to put it over here. All right. Now, we have the ego card. The second card we have, that's self-explanatory. That one is. The next card we have is the Empress. There's a whole lot of authoritarian direction, top down, the Empress. Kind of like the reception is towards the power coming from one singular source. One singular source dictates. Someone is, again, this does not seem like a round table approach. It seems like the United States is gearing itself to orders from above. The thing is, will the people be happy with this scenario? That's another topic. And here we have the Knight of, we have Death. This does not look good. This does not look good. This is death. Death means transformation. Transformation from a democracy to a police state. That is pretty much of a positive, isn't it? Transformation. Next card we have is the 5 of Wands. No, the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles. That doesn't look good, does this? We have the 4 of Pentacles, the ego. We have the authoritarian Empress, receptivity, taking orders from above. And then we have the Death, which is transformation from a democracy to a police state. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles, which means the situation is so poorly run that they can't have a lot of choices. We can't have a lot of choices. And we have an appointment. There's a time. So we have the 3 of Wands. Look out, and there's a timing on this. There's a timing for, maybe Biden is just fulfilling, he's not doing it, somebody else is. They're setting up all the war zones, total chaos, and to have everything regulated in such a manner. See the cards we have? We have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the Empress, the ultimate receiving. We have the death, which is transformation. The death card. And we have the Five of Pentacles. Things are going to be so poorly run and so something that we are going to need to have things regulated. And we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, let's look at that one a bit. Three of Wands. Now, how can we, is there an appointed day, or is there, you only get to everything to be even more regulated than what it already is. So, let's check this out. Is either this Three of Wands is there's a certain time frame that we're following, which means that there's a reason why Biden has started all these wars on his day, on his time out. He'll be out in a matter of weeks, but yet he's doing all these things and grinning like something inhuman, something possessed. Like he knows the joke. He's chuckle, 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 chuckle. Is it really Biden or is it a mask? Is it one of Musk's robots? We don't know. We don't know. Even though some of his walk cycles do resemble Elon Musk's $18,000 model does. And he's still chuckling away. But let's see now. What do we have here? The Three of Wands. Is this a date, time, or this is going to be our rations? Our outside time, like lockdown? Let's take this one. All right. So we have these three. All right. So we have the Three of Wands. Under that, we have the King of Pentacles. It could be rations. And we have you and me together, what we get. And we have the Seven of Wands. That sounds like Roundup. That sounds like it's already been planned within a certain type of like, give me a week or two, planned outcome. And the fact that we're going to have to go through steps to get resources, it's going to become very difficult with the bottom half of the masses, of the people, of the civilization, of the country, of the people, us, having to have a bit of squalor. And we're going to have to get adamant about it. We're going to have to be vocal about it. And we're going to have to stand in line. So it does look like, very much so, that the United States will very well, with the wars, the immigration, deportation, the resources, the food, the bills, the price, no jobs. Manufacturing is still in the United States non-existent or at its infancy, even though we just didn't become a country. We know that. But maybe we will become a country, but not right away. Not right away. It seems like we have to go through some tribulation. We have to go through some pain, more pain. And for pain for Americans, it means you cannot get it. You cannot afford it. There is no. So right now, even when you take the things in the sky floating around the drones, they're nothing more than night vision monitors. In the daytime, they have the cameras. In the night, the cameras aren't outfitted as much as, or it's just put there on purpose to have you be watched. I remember when I was experiencing on a daily basis for 3 years drones flying in the sky. It did feel, every time they went by, it was a drag. It was a total drag. It made me feel like some nosy pervert was like lurking and groping and doing, things in the privacy of their office. He didn't turn me on. So, let's just say that we are headed for a police state. I could say that with full believability. 2025 will be like no other year. So, first thing is to become aware of it. Be aware that we are going in a direction that is not exactly healthy. And we must be vociferous about this direction. All right, so I'm going to cut out now, and we can see what 2025 is going to be a year that it's going to be less desirable. We'd had more fun times before. It's not going to be a lot of fun. And so that we're aware of it now. That's the important thing. First of all, to be aware that it's going to be a tighten your belt, and telling our elected leaders what we elected them for, and not for them to become authoritarian gods or goddesses. That's not what they were elected for. And then we are not animals. We are humans. We are humans interested in a better life. That's one thing we have to keep in mind for 2025. The kind of life we desire and how to work towards it peacefully and constructively, and not go bananas, not go insane, and to not hide. Democracy is something that we don't have, but in our republic, we do should anyway, opinions and solutions and questions without having name calling on them. That's the first thing we should be able to achieve in a new peaceful era that is coming. Peace is coming, and we have to insist upon peace. Insist. Even though it seems like weapons warfare brings in more money, who's going to spend it? Who's going to be happy? Who can be that maniacal? And who is going to be the winner? That's the whole thing. Who is the ultimate winner? Who is the winner? The winner may not be us. And the winner has to hold tight because they never know another enemy is coming. Peace is the answer. Peace. Peaceful living. And that doesn't seem to be a message that's coming through yet. But it will. It will. Let's just hope we don't have to have too much pain, too much transformation, too much death, too much reason to be reminded. We already have a lot of reasons. We already have a lot of injustice in this world. And to try and remember something about this country, how it was started, why. I mean, ultimately, why? Not to just decimate the indigenous people that lived here. No, that's something else. Now, what have we learned going around creating havoc? Not the answer. Until the next time, if you have any comments about 2025, please state, let us know. And thank you very much for taking this journey. This journey briefly. We'll be looking at this again because the answer is still what they say. Who did say that? Blowing in the wind or being launched from a missile? We don't know. However, let's be prepared. Bye-bye.